A stranger tried to give a boy candy on Random Acts of Kindness Day, but it wasn't Random Acts of Kindness Day. A couple has married in the Metaverse, and a seaside California city has banned balloons in public. These are the weird stories for Wednesday on Weird AF News, the only daily weird news podcast hosted by a comedian inside a closet. Let's go. A suspicious man claims he's not suspicious. He was participating in Random Acts of Kindness Day. Police in Hanover, Ontario, had conducted an investigation into a strange man who tried to give a young boy a box of chocolates, and they determined that he was actually doing as he says, which was participating in Random Acts of Kindness Day. I had to look that up. It actually exists, Random Acts of Kindness Day. It was about a month ago, though. It's February 17th. Did you guys know that there's Random Acts of Kindness Day? The 17th? That came and went, and I don't even know. No one mentioned it to me. No one did a random act of kindness for me that day. I would have liked a box of chocolate-covered cherries. That's one of my favorite treats. That would have been a nice random act of kindness for me. Or maybe just drop off a latte. How about a nice little triple shot latte? I like a chai latte. I like it dirty. There's a website for Random Acts of Kindness Day. It's randomactsofkindness.org, and they give you some suggestions for ideas of kindness in case you have no ideas of how to be kind. We live in a world now where there's not a lot of kindness going on. So some of the things you can do is open the door for others. Have you seen someone open the door for someone? In the last 20 years, I haven't. Also, give an unexpected gift, like this man in Ontario. Make kindness the norm. That's never going to happen. You could read with a child, or you could be an organ donor. That's nice. You can acknowledge someone who deserves praise. You could smile. Just smiling, it says. It says another way to be kind is to put away your phone and listen with your heart. Yeah, that'll never happen ever again. Also, be kind to yourself. Set goals for yourself, it says. That's being kind. Although, I don't know, if you set high goals on yourself, that's a lot of pressure to put on yourself. That's not exactly being kind. You're just putting pressure on yourself. Another thing to do is leave snacks for people. Just leave some snacks around for people. These are ways you can be kind on Random Acts of Kindness Day, which you'll have to wait a year to do that. Anyways, I've gone off on a tangent, and I have no details in the story for you yet. You're probably wondering, what's going on? Was this person really just being kind to a young boy at the playground by offering chocolates, or is this a priest off duty? Okay, let's get to the bottom of this. Okay, so the media said that on Friday, the Hanover police said they were investigating a suspicious older male who reportedly pulled over and approached a young youth, that's redundant, a young youth walking home from school. All right, well, this took place last week, so we're not even in the same week as Random Act of Kindness Day, but it does say he's an older male, so maybe he's a little slow. Maybe he forgot Random Acts of Kindness Day. It came and passed, and he was like, oh, I missed it. Every year I go to the playground and give a random child a box of chocolates, which then the parents take away, I assume, and throw away because no one accepts candy from strangers these days anyways because they think it's poisoned. But I do it anyways, trying to get into heaven. I'm 98. Okay, so the details here. The police say this older man offered the boy a box of pot of gold chocolates. Oh, I've never heard of pot of gold chocolates. Oh, sounds innocent enough, unless he also offered his shillelagh. That's not legal at the playground. When the student declined, it says student, doesn't say the age of the boy. The man insisted that he take the pot of gold. You take this chocolate. I'm trying to get into heaven, boy. He said the boy could give it to his mother if he wanted. I mean, at that point, dude, just move on to the next child. Someone will take your chocolates eventually. Somebody's desperate enough or wasn't raised by a family member that warned them of candy from strangers. The police say they found the man and determined after an investigation that his intentions were, quote, genuine and pure. Oh, this is an actual genuine nice person then, somewhere out there in the world. I don't know where he is, but I would love it if he bought me a Guinness. If he's buying pot of golds, maybe he could buy me a Guinness. My goodness, my Guinness. Here's another quote from the police in Hanover. The man was motivated by the Random Acts of Kindness Day and handed out chocolates to people of varying ages for those reasons and those reasons alone we have found. Well, that's lovely to know. He's a genuine Random Acts of Kindness Day fan, although he's doesn't have the day correct. He was passing it out on National Beef Jerky Day, I heard, which was why the child wouldn't accept it. The child was like, no, this is chocolate. It's Beef Jerky Day, sir. Get it together. I don't know if there's a Beef Jerky Day, but I'm sure there is. There's a day for everything. The police continue to investigate a separate incident in Hanover, they claim. On Thursday, an older man was seen taking photos of children playing in the backyard of a home. Oh, that's because it was National Pedo Photo Day, correct? Is that what I joke, but that's not something to joke about. Someone taking photos of children is a little creepy as well. Did the police get to the bottom of this? It says all they know was the man had gray hair and was driving a black Volkswagen SUV. So this guy's just driving around taking photos of children. That's not okay. But I do support people being kind to children by giving them candy. It's just like, let's make it more known that it's Random Acts of Kindness Day so we don't have to all get freaked out. Because, it's not normal behavior for a random person to just give you candy. If we could all just be made aware of the day. I wasn't even aware of the day. Maybe we should have Random Acts of Kindness Day one a month, one day a month. That would be incredible. Just beef up our random acts of kindness these days would be lovely. I like receiving random acts of kindness. I would actually participate and give out some random acts of kindness. Let's see some of the things I could do. Back with that list, I could share a favorite memory with someone. That's lovely. People probably want to hear my memories, don't they? It says you can play a game with a senior. Oh, yes, play a game with the senior called Hide Their Keys. That's a fun one. Oh, and here's a great one that I recommend more people do. Write a positive comment online. Yeah, you could do that. For Weird AF News, you could write a positive comment because I got a lot of people writing negative comments. So that would be pretty cool. A couple got married in the Taco Bell Metaverse, but they're not stopping there. That's the title. They're not stopping there. I don't know what that means. They're going to have a threesome with a robot and raise the kid by an AI. It says, from their first date until their wedding reception, the glorious Taco Bell Cantina has been there for every step of this couple's love story. Their names are Sheil Monat and Amruta Godbole, and they are a San Francisco-based couple. They recently got married in an online ceremony. And the in-person reception was thrown by Taco Bell. They won a contest. They beat out 300 people to win the Taco Bell Metaverse Wedding Contest. I had never heard of this. The lovebirds were legally bound in matrimony in the Metaverse. I don't know, you could get married in the Metaverse. Does it count when you marry in the Metaverse? That's not a real place, is it? You have to... Do the local authorities affirm this? Like, will you recognize a Metaverse matrimony? I have a lot of questions here. This is where we're going with technology here, so we got to get caught up, guys. As far as I know, you can't catch an STD in the Metaverse. I would have had that already. Just kidding. Never been there. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar, the Metaverse is effectively an online space or a universe where users experience aspects of the virtual and physical world combined. It says physical world as well, so perhaps that means this matrimony is legitimate in the physical world in addition to the virtual world. Now, it also says here that Taco Bell is a very special place for this couple. Manat claims that their first date was actually at a Taco Bell. And that's surprising to me that anyone would marry someone who brought them to a Taco Bell on the first date. If I brought someone to Taco Bell on the first date, I wouldn't get a second date. I'd probably get that thing called blocked. Have you heard of that? People give you the block. Never seeing them again. Now, it says here, Taco Bell is no stranger to playing Cupid for its fans. You're not going to believe this. Hundreds of couples tie the knot at the Las Vegas Taco Bell Cantina. They do it often. It has a full-service chapel inside the restaurant. People getting married in a Taco Bell. Huh. I had no idea. Again, I don't know how you bring someone to a Taco Bell and then convince them to marry you. It seems... Well, some people set the bar really low. They're like, if I marry you, does that mean we get to go to Taco Bell All the time. Yes, yes, you're marrying into a lot of Taco Bell money, I can tell you that. Do you like soft tacos? Okay, we have a little more history of here how the couple decided to enter this Taco Bell competition because they're big fans of Taco Bell, and they did so during their road trip to their very first Burning Man. Okay, got a couple burners here. And a month after submitting their application video, the official Taco Bell Twitter page reached out and delivered them the good news. They had won and would be officially married in the Metaverse. According to Taco Bell's wedding invitation online, it says, "This is a real wedding with a real couple, a real efficient, and an unreal Taco Bell Metaverse venue. At the Taco Bell Metaverse wedding, you'll get the chance to participate in an experience that includes a one-of-a-kind venue, unique wearables, a DJ, a live dance floor, and a few tasty Taco Bell surprises." Yeah, but are they real Taco Bell tasty surprises or just Metaverse symbolic tasty surprises that you can't really digest? Or do they give you coupons that you can then go and cash out in the real world of Taco Bell? I have a lot of questions here. And how is dancing on a Metaverse dance floor any fun either? Is that... Man, this just doesn't seem like a good time to me. It just seems like a Taco Bell promotion more than anything. And they tricked this couple into participating in it. I hope they had a real wedding outside of this, that, all their families and friends could physically show up and actually have a live dance floor and eat real food. I hope that happened as well. Well, I mean, I don't know what to think of this. We have to get used to more and more ceremonies happening in the Metaverse. More and more things are happening in the Metaverse. People are meeting each other, getting together, going on dates in the Metaverse. So I suppose it's only natural to get married in the Metaverse, maybe get baptized in the Metaverse, maybe have an exorcism in the Metaverse. Are there priests in the Metaverse? I'm sure there are. Oh. Any of you guys hang out in the Metaverse? That's what I'd like to know. I know nothing about it. Is Weird AF News in the Metaverse? Can someone tell me? Am I there? Is the podcast there? I know the closet isn't there. This is definitely, as you can hear, a physical closet. But maybe if I could find a way to record in the Metaverse, I could get myself a nice full-size studio. That would be sweet. Reach out to Taco Bell. They could bring me some digital food. Yay! You like podcasts? You're listening to my podcast. Maybe you thought to yourself, I'd like to make a podcast. Too difficult. No, not with Anchor. Anchor has free creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast from your phone or your computer. Anchor distributes your podcast to Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and more. They have advertising integration, so you can even make a little money off your podcast. Everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. And good luck with your podcast. Good luck with your creation. Good luck with your life, man. A California city bans balloons amid growing concerns about pollution in the world's oceans. Laguna Beach, California has banned the sale and the public use of balloons within their city. Partygoers located roughly 50 miles south of Los Angeles along the Pacific Ocean could face fines of up to $500 for using any balloons at certain city events or even on public property starting in 2024 per this new city ordinance. They can, however, continue to use balloons at private homes. Business owners who break the new rule repeatedly could even lose their business licenses, it says here. Now, this move is not in response to all these spy balloons that have been bouncing around our atmosphere. It's apparently for environmental and safety issues that are associated with balloons. Because it says here, if they're not disposed of properly, the decorations can cause some big problems. When released into the air, either intentionally or accidentally, balloons often drift out over the ocean. When they eventually pop or deflate, the pieces of rubber or plastic fall into the ocean where birds and other animals can mistake them for food. The material can then get stuck inside their digestive tracts and cause them to starve to death. Meanwhile, balloon strings can even strangle certain marine creatures. And in addition, it says here, balloons also carry a risk to some humans. Mylar balloons, which have a metallic foil-like coating, can become dangerously entangled in power lines, leading to power outages or causing fires. In 2017, a major California utility company reported that more than 1,000 cases of outages were caused by these Mylar balloons. They note further that common balloon materials, such as latex, take decades to decompose. Or, in the case of Mylar, the pieces, quote, stick around truly until the end of time. Now, Laguna Beach is not alone. Other communities are also taking aim at balloons with a variety of measures, ranging from prohibitions on helium-filled balloons to bans on balloon releases. The following beach communities: Manhattan Beach, California; Nantucket, Massachusetts; Solana Beach, California; East Hampton, New York; Jacksonville, Florida; and Encinitas, California have all enacted similar policies locally. To lower the risk of fires, the state of California will require balloon sellers and manufacturers to transition to products that are not electrically conductive starting in 2027. I love how they put out these policies to save the world, and they put the date on it way past how long the world is going to last. Guys, we're all going to go green. Green energy in 2048. Do you feel confident that the Earth will even be here, bro? I don't. But environmental advocates, veterinarians, resort operators, and others are celebrating the Laguna Beach City Council's decision to ban the balloons, and many are expressing a desire to protect the city's natural environment and its abundant marine life. There's a quote from Mark here, who runs the Laguna Beach Ranch Resort. Sounds like a lovely place. Mark says, "Oh, bro, we've all loved balloons since we were kids, right? But once you've witnessed the side effects of all these balloons, man, you realize the long-term risks just outweigh the short-term joy that you get from seeing balloons, man." Of course, we have some people who are not supporting this initiative, including those who work in the balloon and party supply industries. They are arguing that this ban would hurt the local economy. They have proposed some other solutions, such as encouraging balloon sellers to better educate their customers about how to properly weigh down a balloon, or banning portable helium tanks on beaches, for example. There's a quote from someone named Treb Heining. Treb is the first name. Never seen that before. I'm going to guess it's German. This sounds like a German name. Treb Heining. Treb works in the international balloon industry. They are doing anything they can to make balloons into this evil, horrible thing. And they are not. They are not evil. They are not. They are wonderful. I love balloons. We all love balloons. Yeah, I mean, kids love balloons for like a second, and then they're like, this, I can't really interact with this. And then they move on to their phone, Yeah, I don't know. I don't think balloons are all that great shakes. I don't think they're so exciting anymore. By the way, all party favors end up in the ocean. Are we aware? All those little tiny horns that you get at New Year's. Where do you think those end up? They end up inside a porpoise. You know that, right? Well, I mean, this is another argument to just have all our ceremonies in the metaverse, where there's no plastics that are used, no party favors, no physical party favors. They're all digital. We can save the world with the metaverse, guys. I think the problem is, man, yeah, tough to do drugs in the metaverse, right? I don't condone doing drugs at parties. Really, you should not. No, you should just drink your soda and dance on the metaverse dance floor.
This episode is sponsored by Custom Ink. Custom Ink brings people together with custom gear, from employees and customers to teammates and friends. At their easy-to-use website, you can create personalized custom gear, including water bottles, backpacks, polos, jackets, and so much more. And it's all backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Get started today. Visit customink.com. That's customink.com.
Well, thank you for joining me for this episode of Weird AF News. I appreciate it very much. You are a valuable, loyal listener. Unless you aren't a loyal listener, in which case you could become one by simply liking or subscribing to this podcast on your app. That's a thing you could do if you felt like it. Just a heads up, my podcast hosting company is going through a change right now, so I'm not even sure this podcast is going to be released and distributed through all of the normal channels. So I'm not even sure you're going to get this. Fingers crossed. And going forward, there may be a snag. You may not get an episode. There may not be a published episode at some point in the near future, because they're going through these changes, and they did not inform their creators that they were doing this, which is really helpful. When a company makes major changes and they don't let their users know ahead of time, then that's just the way you want to do business in this world, guys. But it's Spotify, so they're so huge that what can I say? What can I say? What can I do? They're not going to listen to me. And so I just have to figure out how to make this work. I'll do the best that I can. I know that many of you depend on this as part of your daily news routine, and I will see if I can just make sure that it runs, the transition happens smoothly. So I'm just giving you all a heads up of what may be some technical difficulties that may lead to you not getting an episode in the near future, or multiple episodes in the near future. I'm so sorry to say. I'm a one-man team here in a closet, so I'm just gonna do the best I can to keep the news trucking along, as they say. No, they don't say that. I say that. Anyways, if you want to support the show so that I can feel better about all of this and what I'm doing in the world, because I'm thinking about just, times like this, you go, why am I doing this? Why? If you're going to make my life difficult, why don't I just stop? So if you want to make me feel better about continuing this podcast, and despite the challenges that I have, so consider joining the Patreon. We don't have many patrons there. And so we have like 100. Compared to the number of listeners I have, that's a small amount. So I could use your support if you would consider it. It's go to patreon.com/weirdafnews or weirdafnews.com. Click on the Patreon app, or download the Patreon. Click on the Patreon banner, or download the Patreon app on your smartphone and do a search for Weird AF News. And I'm the only one. I'm the only daily weird news podcast in existence. So proud to say, and hopefully we'll keep that going.